we're live on Twitch, even for what might be a short stream. Let me get this in the Discord. I'm gonna turn down the music. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit for you guys, just because it's not gonna be in the VOD. So I had an idea, and there's a reason that there's no. Oh, cool. My internet is shitting the bed as soon as I went live. For the first 30 seconds, it was like, what if we dropped a bunch of frames? Um, yeah, I saw this on. So I saw a tweet that was from Roger's Base, and it was like top 10 most wanted Smash characters for the new for any new Smash game. And I like Smash Brothers, and so I had a similar idea. I made a tweet, but then I found this tier list, which is 900 characters, um, for a Smash Bros. Like newcomer, and I want to do this whole tier list. That's why um the title is becoming the Coney of Twitch, is because he's a tier list man. This is gonna have a lot of tiers, I bet. So this is what we're doing. This is the stream. I'll probably do this, and then as soon as we're done, I'll probably end stream because I haven't slept in a while. So let's pull it up. So we need to figure out what our tiers are. Like, obviously, this is most wanted. Let's see. This is like a good pick. Luke, lukewarm, and then not my preference. Happy for you. And then this is yucky tier, and we're gonna have more, which we have to add one immediately, which is already in the damn game, which is Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Rosalina, Bowser Jr. What is this? Larry, Iggy, Lemmy, Wendy, Roy. Wait, no. Morton Roy, right? And then Ludwig. Okay. Piranha Plant also. Dr. Mario. Grab them as we go, but these are already in the game, so we don't need to worry about them. There's a lot of Mario characters right up front. Let's see here. Let me think. Um, that's like kind of the default for this tier. Is I don't like Waluigi. I'm happy for anyone if he does get in, but I just could not care. I'm lukewarm on the Toads. I feel like. I think Pauline would be cool. I think Birdo would be cool. I think Goomba would be cool. I think Koopa Troopa could be cool. Dry Bones. Okay, hold on. We're already having to create a tier. Adro. Echo, Fighter, or Alt costume. And that would be like you and like you guys would be an alt costume for Goomba, alt costume for Bowser. I think that that's fair, but I also think that Wario's representation in Smash is more so Wario Land and WarioWare. Like his default costume is his costume from WarioWare with the Mario like outfit as a secondary, which I think is fitting. We'll get to the Wario characters in a bit, but I think that Waluigi's not necessarily required. But I think if like I'm a big Daisy fan, and there's a lot of animosity between Daisy fans and Waluigi fans, which is why I don't really care for him. Um, but like eventually he's gotta eventually get in. Um, I guess these are all like I guess we can add a tier that's like Y, like Y tier, Y, and that's like that would be like cheap cheap or blooper. The these what would Pauline even do? I guess. Well, in my head, it's Kid Pauline who might be here. Is she here? In my head, she would be like a part of Donkey Kong's move set, and like because there's this guy who we can start putting them in already in the damn game. Um, but like these are alt costumes. Obviously, would be like the. It's really big. It's like it's big as fuck. Uh, and we're only in the Mario characters. Um, so let's see. So Ninja, lukewarm. Like a lot of these Mario characters are gonna be lukewarm. Um, I think actually I should go. There should be like a separation. That's like hmm. Like lukewarm plus, which is like characters I think would be cool in theory. Like I can get behind those, but I'm not like lukewarm on Monty Mole, lukewarm on Boo. Hold on, funny tier. We need a funny tier. Funny, which would go like here, which would be like Chain Chomp. Chain Chomp would be in funny tier. Actually, Goomba is funny tier. Keep getting sidetracked. There's a window right next to me, and I can see like a bug crawling behind it. It's freaking me out. I just have to not focus on it. Like this would be lukewarm on that. That's not Monty Mole. That's it's one that throws the ratchets, and then he's an Echo Fighter, despite being in Mario Kart World. The bully would be a Y. Bruiser, unironically, Bruiser is a good pick. I really like Bruiser. If this was like a Mario Kart tier list, he'd be at the top for me. I love Bruiser. That's a alt costume. Alt costume. Unironic banger pick would be Kamek. Boom Boom is like lukewarm plus. Same thing with Pom Pom. Bruiser is a actually I'm gonna move Birdo up. She deserves to be up that high. Bruiser is a enemy from New Super Mario Brothers DS. He appears in like three levels, and his whole thing is that he punches. But he's weirdly for like all the like new enemies for that game. Um, he's like the one that keeps appearing. Like you don't see anything from like Snailicorn or any of the weird like or like the pumpkin Goombas or anything like those from the new Super Mario Bros. DS game, or like the swooping birds, like the I forget what they're called. Like I think they might just be called no. The swoop is the bat, but like he's like the one that they just keep bringing back for some reason. And I really thought with uh Mario Kart World adding a bunch of enemies, they were gonna add Bruiser, and I was so excited, and they never did. PD Piranha like kind of already in the damn game. He is the final smash um for Piranha Plant. I don't know if we count that. I feel like it's unfair. I guess I would just put him in Y because it's kind of redundant. Or I would put him. I guess I'm lukewarm. I don't know. I feel like PD Piranha is cool, but I don't know what he would do that would be any more different than like what he does in his final smash or in his boss fight from Brawl. King Bob exceptionally a funny choice. He's in Mario Kart, which is really funny. Wart is lukewarm plus. Tatanga is unironic, like kind of a banger. Mouser is that'd be funny tier. New Final Smashes, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they would, but like, what's Piranha Plant's new Final Smash? I guess they could do like if they were gonna give stream idea where I make a new Final Smash for every character that's in the game, and I'd probably make Piranha Plants like that one level from Mario Wonder where they all sing. Cow would be exceptionally funny. Penguin, I'm lukewarm on. I know people like Penguin. He's in Mario Kart. I just don't care. Alt costume or Echo Fighter. These would be funny, but it's like why for the viruses. Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. I don't care. Poochie. Okay, Yarn Poochie is an alt costume. Poochie is unironically just like lukewarm. I don't. Every time there's one of those videos that's like pick another character from a franchise and add it to Smash. For Yoshi, it's always Poochie, which I think is a fine choice. I just don't care for Poochie, honestly. We have is this birth? This is Birth the Bashful, right? Um, I would put like any like and same thing with the Raven from. Also, what do I know these characters' names? I know like all of these so far. Raven and Birth the Bashful, I just kind of why. I think if you're gonna put a Yoshi character, you would put either Baby Bowser as a like alt costume for Bowser Jr. Or you would do Kamek. Egad would be kind of cool, but I'm like lukewarm plus. Polterpup is kind of a lot of these are like this is alt costume. This would be alt costume for normal King Boo, who would be like a good pick. I don't know who this is. I know she's from Luigi's Mansion, obviously. Um, hold on. New tier. Uh, literally zero opinion. Uh, these the ghosts from Luigi Mansion are why. Same reason as the viruses. It's like why would you do that over anything else? Paper Mario though, that's my goat right there. We love Paper Mario in this house. I played Thousand Year Door for the first time when the remake came out on Switch, and I loved the fuck out of that game. So I would definitely my dream would be like him. Like a lot of people want him to be like using his like hammer. I want him to utilize all of his allies. I think that'd be a cool move set. Paper Luigi can go here. Vivian, unironic banger. I love Vivian. I don't. A lot of these like Paper Mario ones. I haven't played all the Paper Mario games, so they're just like, who cares? Oh, I have a lot of opinions on these too. I'm just putting them here for now. Gino. So here's the thing. I'm gonna get clowned because a lot of Gino fans. It's the meme of the Persona 5 fan excited to play Persona 5 for the first time. A lot of people who want Gino really want Gino, but they've never played Mario RPG. I've played Mario RPG. I played like half of it on the SNES, and then I played. I think I finished it. Maybe I didn't finish it, but I got further at least on the Switch remake. I would put him in like good pick. Mallow, I think, is like I don't care for Mallow that much, but I like Gino, and the reason I'm gonna get clowned is because everyone is like, no one's actually played Mario RPG, but I think that now, if any time to happen would be now, but I'm not. You're never gonna see me on the street wearing a shirt that says like "Put Gino in Smash." These two, I know what they're going for here, which is like the team up mechanic from the Mario and Luigi games, but they're already in the damn game. Fawful, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about Fawful. I've never played the Mario and Luigi games. I started playing the first one when it came to Switch, then I just never finished it. Already in the damn game. I know this is like an idea of them being like a tag fighter with like Diddy and Dixie. I guess you could do like this. And unironically, I would put her here too. I really I get the people who want Dixie. I've listen. I have beaten all three of the first Donkey Kong Country games. And I love those games, but I see no reason to have Dixie and Diddy other than just like completion's sake. Like Kitty Kong, I don't care for. I don't. He gets Y tier. She would just to me she would just be an alt costume for Diddy in my head. Funky, same thing. He'd be a cool costume. Cranky would be Y. I like these two a lot. Lanky Kong would be so funny. Lanky and Chunky would both be really funny. This is Candy Kong. This would be like she'd be Y tier. Same. Tiny Kong, I could see an argument for, but I just literally don't. Like I'm lukewarm on it. This is Tiny Kong, but again, Donkey Kong Jr. Okay, I have a lot of opinions on Donkey Kong Jr. I really like Donkey Kong Jr., but he would definitely be an alt costume. Like if I had to represent him, I would just make him an alt costume for Donkey Kong. But I personally have like an attachment to Donkey Kong Jr. because I really like. I actually, funnily enough, do like Donkey Kong Jr. and also Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I think those games are kind of fun. And also, he's in Super Mario Kart, and he's also in that mobile Mario Kart game, which is where the sprite is from, I think. Rambi, who the fuck is putting why Rambi and why like no why? I could see an argument for this guy. I should have zero opinion because I've not played Tropical Freeze. Already in the damn game. See, and here's where things get tricky because it's like we have three like I don't remember this guy's name, but like why would you put him in over any other like Ashley, like any other, or even like there's some like Jimmy's not here. Like I think Jimmy or like what is his name, 9 Volt would be like a way better pick than like the random alien guy. Ashley and Mona though. Ashley is like unironically a good pick, and Mona is like lukewarm to me. I know she has like a scooter. That's like the only thing I know about her, and she like she's in love with Wario. That's like all I know. Captain Syrup would be cool, but it's like I have no opinion of Captain Syrup getting in the game. And then a bunch of links. Echo Fighter, Echo Fighter, Echo Fighter, Echo Fighter, Echo Fighter, already in the damn game. Echo Fighter, already in the damn game, already in the damn game. Echo Fighter, don't care, don't care. Yep, we're burning through the Zelda list right now. Unironically, could be cool actually. This is like the one Zelda character where I'm like, hold on. I would put her in like lukewarm plus if she has the like the abilities from her game. I haven't played it, but it seems cool. Sheikah's already in the damn game. Alt costume, already in the damn game. Yep, sure are Ganondorf. I will. There's some. It's funny. Zelda is so specific because it's like I could rank like all these Zelda and Links, but like they all functionally do the same thing. But then there's some versions like that Zelda or like this Ganon, where it's like Ganon is because this is just Ganon, not Ganondorf. Ganondorf is the guy with the big schnoz. This is Ganon from I think this is him from Link to the Past, a game that I have beaten. But I did a speedrunning glitch and beat it in like 5 minutes, but I still count it. It's the only Zelda game I've ever actually beaten. I'm like lukewarm. I don't. It's fine. Like, also I keep looking at this. Captain Toad should get moved up to lukewarm plus. It's only fair. He's like the only Mario character of the list of like random Mario enemies that actually had. I don't care about Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Honestly, that's like my hot take because I just don't care about those games. Even though like I started playing Ocarina of Time and I liked it. I've played A Link to the Past a bit. I've done like I've I've played Zelda 1, I've played Zelda 2, not like beat them, but I've played them. I don't care for like the Breath of the Wild mechanics. And then Tears of the Kingdom is like, what if that but again? I'm like, no, I'm good. This is Impa. I'm gonna rank the Breath of the Wild one, and then she can be like a costume. Same thing with Tingle. Tingle is like the epitome of the funny tier, and Impa is like, is this Impa? This is Impa, right? I'm lukewarm on Impa. I don't care much for more Zelda representation. Midna, though, I have a lot to say about Midna. Midna is like good pick tier. She's almost most wanted tier. I think she's really cool. I've not played Twilight Princess, funnily enough, but I really think Minda is cool, and her like assist trophy is cool. And I think if she was in the game, or if even her and Wolf Link were in the game, I think that'd be a really cool like idea. But she's not. This is Impa. Okay, we got some Y contenders, like the Goron from, is that from Ocarina of Time? Like I don't. Hold on, I'm gonna move all these up. Like a bunch of random Zelda characters. Like why would you put any of these in your Zelda game? The King. Okay, we'll zoom out a little bit more. Groose. That's the same character, right? I can put her in. This is other girl, right? As far as I know, this is like alternate timeline Link or something. So I'm putting it in alt costume. I've seen them pitch as an Echo Fighter for like either I think it's like Link or Zelda. I will rank the champions when we get there. I just don't care about any of these. I guess I can just put them in like literally zero opinion. I think actually no, Groose goes in funny because I know people don't like him, and then these can like go. No, they're still in Y actually. I take it back. I can't fathom any of these characters ever getting added to the game. um, and then Urbosa, she's hot as fuck, but like she's like lukewarm plus from me. And then I don't care about any of the rest of these guys. Like the champ, I don't care. Urbosa is the only gets the lukewarm plus because I think she is attractive. I think he would be kind of funny. I forget his name. He would be funny, and then the rest of these I just have literally zero opinion on. I gotta move like all of these. Literally zero opinion. Actually, no. I'm gonna put the champions in like not my preference. No, he goes in Y. I don't know who some of these are. He actually, I know people would want Sidon. Um, why? I know that's the guy from the Warriors game. Also we have the Yucky tier. We've had nobody in the Yucky tier. Unironically, Majora would be high on my list. I've not played Majora's Mask, but Skull Kid I think is kind of cool. He's in like lukewarm plus for me. I like I like Skull Kid. I need to beat Ocarina of Time, but I remember I booted up Ocarina of Time. I played it for a few hours. I got like lost in like I think probably like the first fucking dungeon and was like, okay, I'm gonna set this down for a bit and come back to it, and then just never did. There's so many fucking Zelda characters on this tier list. Holy shit. Um, why, why? This is the villain from Twilight Princess. He would be a costume for Ganon. Don't care. Could not care less. He's kind of funny. Don't care. Uh, the Guardian goes in funny. Where's the funny tier? The Guardian goes there. The Guardian would be so fucking funny. Also, have you ever seen that amiibo? It's big as fuck. Okay, hold on. Already in the game. Already in the game. It's all costume. Alt costume. I'm just getting all the alt costumes out of the way. That's already a damn alt costume. Let's see, Samus. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I apologize. I'm just making our life a little easier. Okay, we're in the Kirby section of the game now, and you know what? The yucky tier is exists for one character. There was one character that was in mind when I created the yucky tier, and it's this fucker. I hate Bandana Waddle Dee. I hate this dude. I think he is so stupid. I think anybody who wants Bandana Waddle Dee are stupid. I sincerely do not care. I think that he is dumb. He is a Goomba with a hat. I would unironically rather have Waddle Dee. I'm gonna put Waddle Dee here. I'd rather have normal Waddle Dee. Not really. I'm not going to. He would be like an alt costume for Bandana, but like, I don't care. I think he's stupid in the game. He's stupid. Like, I've played a bunch of the games that he's in. I just don't care. I like Kirby is a franchise that I dabble in, but like, I just don't give a fuck about this stupid Goomba with a hat. Like, it's. However, on the opposite side of the coin, these two characters, Magalore and Marks, are like the two Kirby characters I would want. Marks would probably be here, and Magalore would be here for me. That's solely because I played Superstar when I was in like middle school, and I was like, holy shit, holy shit, Marks is so cool. And then I like Magalore because I played what is it, Kirby Return to Dreamland pretty recently, and I liked it quite a bit. It was this tarantula. These are all like who gaff kind of. Like I don't. I'm lukewarm. I think she would be cool if she had like her robot suit. She can go in lukewarm plus. Gooey is really funny. And then where's my fucking yeah? Oh, they're not split up. That sucks. This is my fucking guy right here, Rick. If I go to my OBS, hold on, do I have the image? Yeah, that's my fucking guy right there. I love Rick. Rick is like he's my favorite Kirby character. He was when I played the test drive for Air Riders. I was like, I'm a Rick main all through and through. And then it turns out he's apparently meta, which is sick. So I guess it was it Rick Kine and Koo can go in like they'll go high. They go in like good pick. This is the new guy. Okay, a lot of these are gonna be again like DeRoach is like whatever. A lot of these filler characters can kind of go like Adel. Like who the fuck wants Adeline? This is like the epitome of why is like the yarn guy or like the clay. Oh. These ones are like a would be why. The fucking bosses from Forbidden Land. Waddle Doo is like he's if he got into the game, Waddle Doo and Waddle Doo would be like alt. Fucking is this like was it Sir Lance? Is it like Sir Lancelot and whatever the cutter guy? Like this is Knuckle Joe. I know that the dog. Oh, Bonkers. Hold on, Bonkers goes in like lukewarm plus. Bonkers would be so sick. Um, yeah, these are all like. Also, this is getting harder to maneuver. Hold on, I gotta put these in Y. Actually, you know what? I'm putting Kibi in the already in the damn game because he's already an alt costume for fucking Kirby. I know Kibi's technically like a separate character, but he's literally already in the damn game. Knuckle Joe is like I'm lukewarm on this fire guy. Like the basic enemy, like the dog would be kind of funny, but it's like who cares? I guess I would. I should move some of these up. Like literally zero opinion. Deroach would kind of go there. I'm gonna put her here actually. I know people like her. Not every. It's not every Pokemon. It's just like the most popular ones. We'll get to it, which I'll have a lot to say. Funnily enough, as a guy who's been streaming Pokemon for like every stream for like a while, being like, yeah, we'll have a lot to say when we get there. There's so I honestly the Kirby ones are the ones that are fucking me up. There's so many already in the damn game for these guys. There are already costumes for Meta Knight. He's not, but he could be an alt costume. Let's move these guys. Uh, Chef Kawasaki goes in funny. Uh, I don't I don't care. Like the basic enemies, the basic bosses, I don't care about. What is this like darkness? I don't care. This is the guy with the big nose from Star Allies. I'm just putting them all here for a moment so I can grab them. Oh, what was that like? I forget his name. O2. God damn, so many Kirby characters. Hold on. Okay, why, 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 why? Did I miss anybody? You. I can't think of a good reason to add any of them, like besides like maybe him. He's like I understand he's the villain of like Crystal Shards. Okay, so we're in Metroid, which is not very long. This is Mother Brain. I don't I don't care about Mother Brain. Like literally zero opinion. Kraid, on the other hand, I'm lukewarm on Kraid. I think Kraid's funny. None of them are my choice for like. This is my choice. If they, these two are my choice for a new Metroid character. It's either Silex or the Emmy. I actually have the amiibo of this guy. It's actually a really cool one. I'm gonna put them in like. I think Silex is like a safe pick, so I'll put him in lukewarm. But I think Emmy is like unironically a cool pick if they did it right. And this is I literally don't know who this is. I did not play Prime 4 or Dread, whichever game this is from. Okay, so now things get complicated, which is the Pokemon, which I have a lot to say about. Let me grab Greninja, Incineroar. So they only grab like the popular guys, um, which is like the legend, like some of the legendaries and some of like the ones that get a bunch of Pokemon cards. Um, Heracross being here is so funny. What is who invited my man Blood? I love Heracross. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. Who invited my man Blood? Also Riolu for some reason. Hold on. So we can weed out a few. Like you would be a alt costume. I'm gonna put all the trainers in alt costume because, like, in theory, they could be alt costumes for the Pokemon trainer. Assuming they don't cut the fucking trainer again like they did in Smash 4. Where's another one? I saw a couple more. Where is what's his face? The crybaby loser. There he is. And then, are there anyone here who I feel like would be kind of copies? A lot of Pokemon here do have assist trophy potential. Like, okay, hold on. Echo Fighter would be like you would be an Echo Fighter. You would be an Echo Fighter. Uh, Riolu, Raichu. Like they would be like obviously they'd be Echo Fighters if they're of their evolution line. Um, yeah, this gets tricky. There's a lot of Pokemon. It also, but definitely like some of these are weird. Like Braixen and Delphox, I kind of understand because like Braixen is in like she's in Pokken and like people like Sceptile from Mystery Dungeon. But just it's so funny that both of them are in there. Also, why is Zacian and Zamazenta? It was so weird. This is from the anime. Okay, let's start from the very top. Blastoise is I could not care less. Uh, Not my preference. Uh, these two are assist trophies. Eevee. So Meowth and Eevee are interesting. I would say they're like I'm lukewarm on both of them. Clefairy is like this one's truly Y tier. I understand the idea of like we have Jigglypuff, we could get Clefairy, but like Clefairy and Jigglypuff are very functionally different Pokemon. Obviously, they serve a similar niche, both are fairy types, whatever. But in the game, in the games, Clefairy doesn't do much. It dances like it's two things it's famous for, are it dances in the moonlight on like certain days in certain games, and there's like an event in Arceus like about that, and it knows metronome. Those are like the two most famous things. If it was an assist trophy, that'd be great. Like an assist trophy, it does the metronome. It applies like it has like an AOE and it applies like an effect, like a freeze or a shrink or whatever to an opponent. But as like a character, it's like who gaff. Poliwhirl is also like why. Psyduck is in Yucky tier. I hate Psyduck. Machamp would be cool. He's kind of already a fighter. I guess I hate giving Gen 1 their flowers, but he would be cool. Alakazam is in like lukewarm. Gengar, I'm surprised he's not already in the game, honestly, but he's also kind of Gen 1 slop. Kangaskhan, I also really like Kangaskhan, but it's like, who is actually going to put Kangaskhan? Mr. Mime. It's funny, I actually don't care about Mr. Mime. A lot of people are like, I fucking hate Mr. Mime. I wish he would die. And I'm like, I don't mind him. Which I know is a controversial opinion. Uh, Snorlax would also be Y tier. He doesn't do anything. Dragonite is like, I should just create like a Gen 1 pandering tier and put it like here. I just set Dragonite down. Where did I put him? There he is. Sure. Mew. What would Mew even do? What would he do? So this is where I'm gonna get controversial because Meganium is one of my favorite Pokemon, but it's like lukewarm plus, and then I'm gonna be like, but my thing is like I don't like the starters. There's a bunch of starter trios here, but like all of them kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna hold on. I hate to do it. Uh, Functionally all the same, and I'm gonna move. Fuecoco is a really funny option, honestly, but like you understand like the idea though. Like functionally, all of these starters are basically the same like impact. I'll put all this like all. I think I phrased this bad. Serve the same purpose of like they would be a starter. People like the starters. The only one that I like unironically would be like Meowscarada, but like that's just because I really like Meowscarada. Like I can put this like here. It would be like here. Like they all functionally serve the same purpose, which is to be a starter on the roster. Togepi. Who invited my man? Um, hmm. See, this is a character. I think Plus One Mind would be really cool. They were supposed to be in Brawl or Melee, and I really like Plus One Minen. I think they're really cute. Um, I, funnily enough, in Pokopia, I have both of them, and they both live in my house with me because I think they're really cute. Actually, I need to get more Plus One Minen merch. On my throne, I have Plus One Minen stuff. I love Plus One Minen. They're like as every day goes on, Plus One Mine become like more and more some of my favorite Pokemon. They're probably in my top 10, both of them. I'm personally a Plusle enjoyer, but I like Mine too. Um, Also, there's a character here who is not on the list. I should add. Um, Hold on. Turn this off. We need to add a character who's not listed here. Wait, hold on, I don't want to do that. We're getting ahead of ourselves. You're looking at the bottom of the list. Hi. Look who I added. This tier list obviously predates Pokopia. Also, it's so far down the list, I have to like pick it up and scroll. This is one of my most wanted characters as of Pokopia coming out. I think that this character has such an insane move set. I would kill to have Ditto from Pokopia in the game. When I posted on Twitter when I put like my top 10, Ditto was in it. Like I want Ditto from Pokopia in Smash. So here's my idea about Ditto. One, they're doing a Ditto arc in the anime, which like they don't usually do like spin-off stuff in the anime, which already like shows that they want to do more with it. Um but they also aren't releasing a Pokemon game until 2027, so they're not going to have like a starter trio to pull a rep from. So if they were going to pull anybody, I want it to be Ditto from, but specifically the Pokopia one, which also means they could still do the Ditto assist trophy if they wanted. They would also just have this character who like has its own moveset already. Like it has fucking Magnemite if it wants an upbeat. It has the slash if it needs like attacks. It has water gun. It has um leafage. Like it has its own like all the types of stuff that it can do. Oh yeah, we're still we're in Poke. This is all Pokken slop. Deoxys, I don't care. Not really my preference. Togepi is Y for me. Like of all the Pokemon, Heracross is really funny. It's funny that I would rank a Pokemon that's probably in like my top 20. It's so low, but like I just of all the Pokemon, putting Heracross in at this point is like same thing with Scizor. It's like why at this point, but people like Scizor. I don't like Tyranitar. Tyranitar goes in Y. It's Dragonite. I understand because he's like pseudo mascot. He is the face of pseudo legendaries, which are like a staple of every game. Tyranitar is a pseudo legendary. He's just like one of the worst ones. He's just like Godzilla light, and I like Godzilla a lot. It's the alerts for everything on my page is Godzilla themed, but like he doesn't have like the staying power. Suicune is like lukewarm. I'd rather have Raikou personally. Gardevoir is in like lukewarm plus. Croagunk, unironically, would be Jet Jaguar and Smash would be sick. I also like Croagunk, but it's only because I like how he plays in Pokken. Um, he would be actually if we were to get um Gardevoir, he could be like a assist or like a costume. Garchomp, I don't care. I don't care about Darkrai either. A lot of people really like Darkrai, and I'm so in middle of the road on it. Chandelure, however, that's funny right there. Zoroark is fine. Not my preference. Meloetta would be kind of cool, but it's like, why? Of all the Pokemon, Aegislash, I love Gen 6, but like, again, it's like, who cares at this point? If they wanted a Gen 6 rep, they would just do Zygarde 100%. Rock like Lycanroc? Why? I like Lycanroc. I know he's popular in the anime, but like, why? Obviously, this has been updated like over time because like there are some characters here who I know why they're on the list, but if you were to make this list today, they would not make the list. Like for example, fucking Rockruff would not make the list. If this list didn't predate the anime coming out and they added Rockruff as he evolved in the anime. Like Tapu Koko is why. Mimikyu, I guess. I'm lukewarm on only because I have a friend who really likes Mimikyu who would kill me. I actually, I'm putting Zeraora and Yucky. I don't. They want him to be a thing so bad, and I just don't care. Toxtricity also kind of falls in a similar spot where the most annoying person you know really likes Toxtricity. Surfetch is awesome. He's funny tier. Yeah, Zero. Okay, Dragapult. Fucking, I hate Dragapult. A lot of Gen 8 mons I just don't like because they're Gen 8. Like these are all. Don't even show me fucking those three. The reason I never got into like Scarlet and Violet uh competitive was these three Pokemon, which aren't even from Scarlet and Violet. This is alt costume. Tinkaton is funny, but like, who care? Uh, Ceruledge Armarouge. My concept for this would be if it was Charcadet, and then it could evolve into either, um, like kind of like Zelda's Downbeat and Melee. So I put them in lukewarm plus. Goldengo is really funny. That's a funny choice. If you can make it rain, and then oh, would you believe it? The Gen 9 legendaries I also don't like a lot. There we go. That is an alt costume. That is also an alt costume. Um, Ogerpon. She has potential. These guys are fucking. Why? Pekka I don't. No, I don't care. Already in the. Okay, so now we got out of the Pokemon sphere. We're now in the two the two F Zero characters. Do you wonder where they go? Where Blood Falcon and what is his name, Dark Shadow go? They both go there. The end. They're both literally clones. Like I think Blood Falcon is literally a clone of Captain Falcon. And I actually heard a really cool idea. What is his name? Black Shadow, Dark Shadow, the guy with the horns. I thought a really cool idea, which was give Ganondorf a completely new move set, like completely new from scratch, and then give his old move set, which is just slower Captain Falcon, and just give that to Black Shadow or Blood Falcon. And I think that's a really cool idea. They would never do that because they hate their fans, but also Ninten is he's a palette swap. God, Mother is so annoying to rank because I've never played like I've started Mother or I started playing Earthbound, aka Mother 2. I should go back and play Beginnings and then play Mother, but I just ugh, that's a commitment. Kumatora, I know her name. People like her, but she goes there, and these. No, she's higher. She's like lukewarm, and the rest of these are. I know this is Lucas's dead brother or whatever. Porky, I don't care. I don't think Mother needs more representation. I think they're like pretty well represented. Okay, Fox, Falco, Wolf. So now we get into some territory where I'm not familiar at all, which is Star Fox and Fire Emblem. So this is gonna be fun. Um, I have friends who really like Fire Emblem. I could probably call one of them up and be like, "Hey, talk about these characters." I'm actually gonna let me just move all these fucking multicolor haired pricks up here. We're okay. Let's talk about Star Fox. I've played some of Star Fox, and I've actually played a little bit of Star Fox too. And it's like, what is there to say? They would all just be like echoes in my head, except for like maybe Andros. So it's just literally like I think Crystal and Andros are the only two that would be like different in my head. Is just because Crystal obviously has the staff and would have like the powers from that one GameCube game, and Andros could have like his boss fight abilities, but they're not for me. I don't care. Going to talk costume tier, yeah. Like, hey, hold on. I have an opinion, on one Fire Emblem or two Fire Emblem characters. These two. These are like my two favorite Fire Emblem characters. Besides, she's not here. Which is the girl from Path of Radiance that was carrying us. Which we need to continue that playthrough soon. I need to talk to Talo. But like, I think we can split these into like Who Gaff. Hold on. This is Who Gaff tier. Like, I think it's Who Gaff is them. It's like random Fire Emblem characters. So these are the ones we need to talk about. Black Knight is like the most obvious Ike Echo Fighter of all time. I don't really know what Tharja does, but people like her and she's kind of hot. Um, so lukewarm. Camille. So Lynn is like, this is gonna be a hot take. Even though I'm not a Fire Emblem guy, a lot of people really want Lynn, and I understand why. I've played some of Fire Emblem 7. I like Lynn. I've not beat Fire Emblem 7 by any means because I don't like Fire Emblem games. But every time I boot it up and try and play it, I'm like, oh, Lynn is a cool character. Camilla also, she is my favorite Fire Emblem character. Except for that one again, that one from Path of Radiance that I forget the name of. Um, with the red hair. That's my opinion. And this is the toothpaste girl. From the new one. I don't care. This is Tiki. I know Tiki. My friend, when I was one of my Discord friends when we were growing up, really liked Tiki. I don't care about Tiki as long as it's the adult version. These three are gonna get people hot blooded. Edelgard, people really like, but like if you like Edelgard, it's kind of like a dog whistle. I think people, she is like, I have just no opinion. I'm gonna put them all in no opinion because everyone who played three houses has like a lot to say about each of the three house leaders. Obviously, Edelgard is like the fascist one. I didn't play it, and people are gonna get mad if I put them one of them higher than the other. I just know it. Inkling is already in the game. Oh, look, it's a lot of costumes. Callie and Maria, we costumes. She should be an Echo. I'm surprised she isn't. Uh, Marina, Marina and Maria and Pearl. Shiver and Fry, same thing. That's not a costume in the game, which is funny. He's an Echo and an alt costume. Also an Echo. I guess these will all be separate. Like the issue with Animal Crossing characters is that they do give all their characters like a lot of personality. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about these characters, which is like, unironically, I think I just put them in Hugaf. Like nobody wants these fucking characters in Smash Brothers. No, there's no Twitter account. Also, how do you get there? There's no Twitter account for like DJ Octopus from uh oh wait, this is the guy from Salmon Run. He's funny looking, but again, there's nobody on the planet is like, I want fucking like Sheldon in fucking Smash Brothers. There's no Twitter account that's like Sheldon for Smash Bros. Unless we're talking about the guy from Big Bang Theory. Fuck. These are gonna be so hard. Like, no one wants fucking Raymond. Yeah. What's that one tweet? It's like, I've seen how you're treating Raymond, and you don't deserve him. I will be like, please have him in boxes within 24 hours, and I will come pick him up. A homophobic dog is here. He goes there. Also, all of the captains go here. Actually, now that I think about it, I know it's the president, but sue me. Um, Mr. Rossetti is like, he's funny. Um, but like Cap'n, Cap'n's kind of Hugaf. What's his character's name? Rover. Rover is also like, he's Y because he's like barely in it. Timmy and Tommy are also kind of like Y. Uh, she would be an alt costume for Blathers. Um, but he's also Y. Fucking what's his name from the he serves the coffee. Kit is actually kind of funny, but like again, he doesn't do anything except for sell paintings. These two would be so fucking funny with their voices, with their, like their really low register voices. But again, it's like a like why would you put these two in? Or stinkers? What we got? Raymond is like he's Y, and Anka. Uh oh, hold on. Anka is like I really like Anka, but again, it's Y. Like, nobody is like put my girl Diantha in the game or Diana in the game. Oh, I think on ironically, uh, first of all, uh, why for that guy? These two, I think you can actually make the case. A lot of people are like not Pikmin pilled. I'm personally not Pikmin pilled. I just never bought the games. I need to buy them at some point and play them. Um, of the two characters here, these are two like the two contenders for a new Pikmin character. I think Ochi would be really funny. I also every time I see Ochi, I think of there's a song by Silly Stew that makes me think of Ochi. I think it's just called like the Ochi song. And then Bulborb is like he's also in funny tier. They're both in funny tier. Bulborb, this is a really niche reference. There was a YouTube channel called Friends Without Benefits. They were playing Spelunky HD modded, and they had a Bulborb character, and when he opened his mouth, the little whip came out, and it was like a tongue. And every time I see Bulborb, I think of that, and that playthrough makes me very happy. So that's why I like Bulborb. Um, yeah, all of these, I hold on. Is that every Xenoblade character? These are hold on. I should rank like some of these. Like I know who this is. This is like the main character of the new one, right? Um, or I guess maybe I should put this one. They kind of come as a package deal, right? And then just put these in alt costume. I don't think this joke plays as I don't think that joke plays for people who haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. Star Lord, man, who? Uh, let me put. Let me just get these all in here. God, we're about to hit like the insane shit. I should say. Because like I can see Captain Rainbow, I can see Sukapon. We're gonna have to create new tiers, I think. Um, let's tackle Kid Icarus. What I know about Kid Icarus, Medusa would be an alt for Palutena. Viridi could be cool. I'm lukewarm on Viridi. I don't know who this is. I know she is popular with people who like Kid Icarus Uprising. Um, literally zero opinion. He is the villain of that game. I have no opinion. Glass Joe would be so funny, but he's definitely an alt fighter. King Hippo. Unironically, if I was to make like another Punch Out character in the game, it would be King Hippo. But it's like he's only as high as here. And then you do that and you give him Bear Hugger as like an alt costume. Uh Alt costume. Sandman is like I would rather have King Hippo, but he's like zero. I have zero opinion on Sandman. I did see a clip of him like running by the screen. Okay. Okay. Um trying to think of what this tier will be called. We're on the bullshit characters, yeah. Um I'm trying to think. There's like a maybe you can help me come up with the tier. I want to call it like Nintendo Soy Jack, and I just put all the fucking NES characters that are here. Like fucking, no one wants fucking Mock Rider or Captain Rainbow. They're making that shit up. I'm just gonna call it that. Uh, Nintendo used to make games. Parentheses soy jacking and jelking while saying that Soy. It's with two Ks, right? And then it's just fucking Lip, Mock Rider, Captain Rainbow, Advance Wars, Sukapon, Nintendog. These guys can stay. Oh, uh, no, it's not even nostalgia bait. It's like because this is also where we're putting the Famicom Detective Club characters. Uh, hold on. Making shit up. No. Contrary. And this is coming from somebody I like. Fucking puzzle. What is it? It's Tetris Attack, but in Japan, which is where Lip comes from. I like that character. I just could not be fucked to want Lip in the game. What would she even do? I actually really like Custom Robo. I am one of those contrarians. He's in good pick. Uh, of all of the Rhythm Heavens, the only one I think would be cool would be what's his name? Kung Fu Joe. And Gankle and Kinger too. There's Ragatha Jackson. There's Pomni. Woohoo. After day we fly. Okay, hold on. That's not gonna make any sense on the VOD because it's like they can't hear the Amazing Digital Circus theme that's playing right now. Okay, Custom Robo would be kind of sick. Um, sure. Starfy is exclusively in funny tier. He's like all the Kirby characters, but a little funnier. But okay, hold on. Isaac, I don't care. This is happy for you tier. Maybe I'll play Golden Sun at some point. Dylan's Rolling Western. Dylan's Rolling Western. I think he'd be awesome. But nobody played his damn games. Box Boy, unironically, would also be sick, but like, what would he even do? He's funny tier. I like the Box Boy game on 3DS. I played that, and I played the one that was on Switch. I think. Okay, hold on. Already in the damn game, and you all can go, and you as well. Oh, I see a character. Can you guess? Just looking at the screen right now, can you guess which of these characters was on my Twitter list of characters I really wanted in Smash Brothers? I'll say it when we get to it. Yeah, these are. Hold on, these are. You go there. You go there. They put the whole fucking Arms cast on here. They didn't put Lola Pop on here, who's like the only other character I would care about. But Twintel, unironically, good pick. If there was gonna be another Arms character, it's Twintel. Snipper Clips. I only ever can think of uh that one couple who was playing it was like weirdly sexual. It's not Rouge. Rouge is a character that we will rank high, but she's not the character that we saw in that snippet that I put on my top 10. This character's really funny as a concept, but it would actually be a costume for Wii Fit Trainer. I don't care about Astral Chain really, but I'd be happy for representation from Platinum. I don't. Oh, this is Dragal. Your game, uh, game is dead. Uh, Special tier for this character only. Game literally doesn't exist anymore. Dragalia Lost got shut down, bro. Drag Drive representation? Holy shit. Uh he's in Contrarians. Nobody wants fucking the Drag Drive guy. Smash original characters are like interesting. Um Dragalia Lost was a gotcha game that Nintendo made around the same time that they made Fire Emblem Heroes and Mario Run when they were first starting to make um, mobile games, and it was like its own IP. And then after like a couple of years, they shut it down, and then they kept the other two games running. They're like, "Oh, this doesn't make any money because people are just gonna play Fire Emblem." Okay, Sandbag would be funny, but like, I dropped him somewhere. Where's my son? Where is Sandbag? Where did I drop him? Oh, there he is. He's funny. I like Sandbag. Kind of reminds me. There's a character in Rivals of Aether, um, who is functionally the same idea, and I think his name is Sandbert, and he is like the default character for if you're like making a character in like the Steam. Um, like when you make a Steam character, he's like the default. Um, okay, hold on. Joker can go here. Okay, we're getting to the end of like actual Smash representation. Also, why are Pearl and Maria down here? They should be at the club. Wait, hold on. What's his name? Primid Hugaf. Okay, so we're almost to the character that I want. Actually, are we? No, we're not even. We got a ways. We got a ways to go. Taboo is like cool, but like he's in like not my preference. People want Taboo because he's. It's the same group of people who want Master Hand. I'm actually surprised that Master Hand's on this list. I know a lot of people who are like, you should add a Smash representative and it should be Master Hand. These represent like this would be like a me mage from Utopia, which is like kind of Hugaf tier, and Matt is also like I don't. He's already in the damn game if you think about it. You can make him any. You can make any me Matt. Oh, there's so many Sonic characters. Uh, let's do all the ones that would be costumes first. You would be a costume. You would be a costume. You would be a costume. You would be a costume probably. You would be a costume for Knights. Which I know is it pissing people off. I know I'm a Sonic guy. I love Sonic as a franchise, but there's not much you can do interesting with like obviously there's a lot you could do with these characters, but I'm thinking from a standpoint of I um sorry, I got an important ping and I had to look at it. Um from the idea of like Metal as a character would be sick, but I don't think Smash Brothers would give him the time of day in the way that you would need to. Like they would just make him a clone of Sonic. Like you've seen what they've done with Sonic. Like a Metal's moveset would be very similar, except like obviously he could have like a mechanic where he turned into the other like versions of Metal. Um, but it's like I don't know, and like same thing with like Wave could have like the board, and Silver would have like time travel or whatever. But it's like these characters at least are distinct. Also Fang, come on, he goes here actually. Nobody wants fucking Fang, okay? Also, Metal or Classic Sonic is just would just be a fucking clone of normal Sonic. I would be okay. See, do the same thing that I mentioned with Blood Falcon, where you just give Sonic's current moveset to Classic Sonic, and then you give Sonic a new moveset. Also, speak of the devil, we're listening to Bad Piggies right now, and there's a for the VOD watchers, and there's a Bad Piggy on the screen right now. Also, he's in the Rovio section. I just realized, which is so funny. Also, we still haven't reached the character that was on my list. Okay, Tails is like obviously a cool addition. A good, he's a good pick. If I was gonna, Sonic is gonna have like a couple up here. Knuckles is a good pick. Robotnik is a good pick. In the world where either of those two get picked first, Amy's a little redundant, but she's still like lukewarm plus. Like Sonic could have all of these characters in the game, and it would still be like Big is in funny tier. It'd be exceptionally funny to have Big in the game. Cream, unironically, one of my most wanted characters in the whole game. I can't put her in good pick because she's not a good pick. But if there was one Sonic character to put in the game and I got to pick, it would be Cream and Cheese. Blaze is cool. She got fire powers. She goes in good picks. We do need some girl rep. Rouge does go all the way to the top, unfortunately. I hope I didn't scare Haze away. Okay, hold on. Vector. Vector is funny. SBO is. I actually don't care for. If I can keep dropping them. Where did I drop SBO? There he is. I don't care about SBO that much. And Charmy is like. Who wants Charmy B? There's no. I've never met a single like Sonic fan who's like my favorite Sonic character is Charmy B. What is this? Omega? Omega would be fine. Uh, Literally zero opinion on Omega. Knights, okay, would be honestly kind of sick. And look, it's the character who I was who was in my top 10. We finally reached her. Arl Nadja from Puyo Puyo is like in my top 10, and she's like top 5. I really like Puyo Puyo, like their characters. I think funnily enough, I think the gameplay of Puyo Puyo sucks butt. I think that I can't wrap my head around the like the puzzle part, but the story is kind of funny in the Puyo Puyo Tetris games at least, and she's also in some of the early Puyo Puyo games that I've played on the Genesis. I just like her a lot. And if she was gonna get in the game, then I forget this girl's name, but she would be an alt costume. And this is another one that I would rank really high, which is I love Monkey Ball, but he can't. I just don't know what he would do unless he got out of the ball, and then Mimi would be an alt costume. How far are we going? Okay, we're almost done. Samba, also a very funny pick. It's funny. Samba from Samba de Amigo. This is Yakuza. I don't really know anything about Yakuza. I know people like this series. I have zero opinion on any of the Yakuza guys. That's the Like a Dragon guy. And then what is this Virtua Fighter? And then I think they're the same guy, right? These are contrary. These are like the same as the Nintendo guys. I think Yakuza would be funny. I've just never played Yakuza, so I have no attachment to the franchise to the point where I'm like, yeah, we should definitely put them in the game. Um, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna be so for real. That tier might fill up soon. This is just Bayonetta, but again, Jean would just be a reskin. Rodin, I like Rodan. I would put him in like lukewarm. I need to finish Bayonetta. I started playing it on my PlayStation, which is funny because it's like considered a Nintendo franchise now. But I think it'd be cool. But this is young Bayonetta, which also kind of goes there. I don't know who this is. This is from Bayonetta 3. I know that much. This is Streets of Rage. I have an action figure of this guy. We're getting to it, okay? This is Capcom A lot of Capcom, Namco. Down here, we'll get there. So this is the same guy. These two, so I'll just put him here. Streets of Rage could be cool, but I'm not that attached. I played some of the first one, and I think it's fine. What is this song? Oh, it's a Transformers background song. That's why I don't recognize it. This is the guy from Golden Axe. This is a contrarian character. Echo the Dolphin goes in funny. Same thing is fucking what's his name? Yeah. The Hornet. Hornet goes in funny. This is Strider, I think. Is it Strider? No, that's Capcom. I don't know who this is. I actually don't know who this is. This is Alex Kidd. This is a contrarian character. No one actually wants Alex Kidd. This is from that one Dreamcast game, but they are also contrarian characters. This is she has she's in that she's is it Honey? There's a version of her in it's like Honey Cat in Sonic Fighters, but she's in a fighting game franchise for Sega. If this was Honey Cat, I would rank her probably higher, but I have no opinion on this character. Oh, Ulala, unironic banger, a good pick for Ulala. I don't know who this is. I also don't know who this is. These are from like niche Sega games I've not played. Jet from Jet Set Radio is a good pick. Again, a lot of these Sega characters, like Sega's my blind spot because I was always a Nintendo kid and I collect Nintendo consoles. There's not a lot of like Sega's. I know Toe Jam and Earl, obviously. I think they would be funny. Okay, here comes the real someone get solid JJ on the phone. Um, I think unironically, Red is like an inspired choice for Super Smash Brothers. Um, he's in one of these two. Rahia. Um, he goes here. I can't justify putting him in like my most wanted. Also, can I just say I have such a feminist most wanted list. Woman, 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 woman. Marks Paper Mario, who's like the biggest womanizer in all of video games, and then also woman. Pig is like, come on. Where do I put him? He's Y. Jack Frost. People want. I know people want Jack Frost. I don't really care for him. I've never played Shin Megami Tensei. We're about to get into some real shit, which is Persona. I know very little about this franchise. I started playing Persona 5. I got to the second Mind Palace and was like, I'm done. um, I don't know. I know who these characters are. Like this is Aegis. This is Persona 3. Um, this is Persona 4. Or maybe I have them reversed. And this is fucking Adachi. Morgana. I'll rank Morgana. Morgana would be cool. Lukewarm plus for Morgana. You can tell that. Send me the list. I'll post it. I'll make sure to post it. Um, let's see. I'll post the VOD in my Discord so you can catch up and see what I did with the Metal Gear characters. I'm sure you'll have an opinion. Persona. I don't know enough about Persona to rank these well. Like it's just all happy for you. or no, they're no opinion. I have no opinion on any of these Persona characters. I wish I did. I just don't have the time to put like 300 hours into a bunch of. You know, I should put him higher. JF Ross should be higher into a bunch of RPGs. Like I can't. If I'm gonna put a bunch of hours into an RPG, I'm gonna put it in a Dragon Quest. That's all I'll say. Adachi, this guy from Persona 5. I never met him actually. Is this? Actually, I don't know who that is. That also might be a Persona. No, because they're all colored with the Persona game they're from. This is probably from Persona 3. Well, no, because he's not in yellow, so who knows? That could be a Persona 5 character I just didn't meet while I was playing it. Ryu, Ken are already in the game. It's an alt costume. It's the Street Fighter 6 Ken. That's also Ryu. Why do they have like a million variants of the Street Fighter characters? Like Zangief, Guile, Blanca. This is M Bison. You know that's Sagat. Sorry, Cammy, Akuma. Fucking I forget her name. Uh, Poison. I'm actually gonna put this one in because I want to be able to tell who it is. That's also that's also Poison. No, not Poison. What is her name? She's the foot one. Can't remember what her name is. You gotta reply to a message. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Um, Jury is her name. Just came to me. Um, can't tell if these are different characters. They're all blonde guys. I think they're different. Okay, let's think. Because Street Fighter is just I've a gap is just a gap of knowledge after like Third Strike. Chun Li is like obviously a top tier. I keep dropping them. Where the fuck did I put her? There she is. She's obviously up here. She's like the Street Fighter character that we're missing. Actually, Akuma can go here. Where's Akuma's? He's right here. He's like the um Echo Fighter. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why my internet shit out on me, but I should be back. I didn't create any weird VODs today. Create a 5 second VOD. I'll have to go in and delete, but we're back. Let's continue the tier list as if nothing happened. We're ranking M Bison. We're still in. Sagat is like if you're gonna put any character in the game from it's like why would you put Sagat? But it's like I guess this is Cammy. Cammy is like kind of she's she's lukewarm plus because like we do need a female fighting game character in the game, but it's like there's no reason to pick Cammy over Chun Li. Same for her. She's in like lukewarm. Sakura is her name. I don't know who this is. I have no opinion of some of these characters. I don't know who this is. I think some of these are Street Fighter 6 characters, and I've not played that yet. So, Jury, however, maybe some of these are like Street Fighter 4. Jury, I think, is a funny pick. Uh, we should move some of these up. I think Guile and Jury are like the picks if I was going to make a Street Fighter character that wasn't Chun Li. Maybe M Bison. M Bison can come hang out. Don't know who this is. This is the guy from Street Fighter 6. I dropped him. Where did I put him? Am I dumb and blind? Where is he? Am I stupid? I can't find him. Where I know I dropped him. What the? Wait, hold on. I don't want to spend too much time looking for him, but it's like there he is. He goes a little higher than the Street Fighter 6 characters just because I know him vaguely. I don't know who this is. Literally no idea who these characters are. It's possible this is a skin for somebody else, but it's like also I'm realizing this is a Who and not a contrarian character. It's a Sega character. I just don't know. And is this Street Fighter 2? What's his name? I don't want to say something racist and be wrong. It's like Fang something. I have zero opinion. If that's who that is. Okay, now characters I kind of know. Let's get some of these like costumes out of the way. This would be a costume for Zero. Also, would be probably a costume for Zero. Um, would be just Mega Man again. Okay. Proto Man, unfortunately, Proto Man and Base are just kind of the. When people were talking about Echo Fighters when Smash Ultimate came out, they were like, "Oh, Proto Man or Base are like the obvious ones to go to." Roll also kind of. Dr. Wily is like fine. Like he wouldn't be my first pick. I can say that much. It would definitely probably be Zero if I had to pick any Mega Man character. Woodman. Woodman's really funny. Uh, God, this is a weird selection of Robot Masters because, like, if I think of Robot Masters, I would want to put in Smash Bros. It would be like Electman, Cutman, Woodman. It's kind of it. Maybe Snake Man. This is and then like Yellow Devil. It's a very weird like list. Like Gutsman is literally like why? Why would you put Gutsman in the game? I literally don't know who this is. I don't know which man this is. I feel like that's like sub man. Um, like he literally just, yeah, he's Y. Zero is like lukewarm plus to good pick. He's good pick. I would not be mad if Zero got in the game. Same thing for this is Sigma, I think, right? He's not my preference just because he's already been in a fighting game, but he's also been only in like the bad one. So I don't know who this is. Tronbon. If she had the serve bots, she's like lukewarm plus. Um, this is like base question mark. I think. Oh dear. I can't tell if these are like all different characters. I don't know enough about Resident Evil to know who these two are. I know this is Leon, and this is uh, Jill Valentine, and this is Chris Redfield, and this is Wesker, and this is Nemesis. I don't know who these two are. Are they just Jill Valentine again? We need a new tier. Hold on. Uh, characters that are probably popular that I should know, and that's more my failing than anything else. There's gonna be quite a few, like the Devil May Cry characters. Uh, actually, Darkstalkers does not qualify for that tier, but like we'll get there. We'll probably have more that go in there. Also, this is an alt costume. Let's get that out of the way now. So Leon is like obviously everyone's like dream is like Leon. I think Jill is also a fine pick. My issue would be how do you differentiate them? Chris Redfield would be like an alt for Leon, I fear. Wesker could be cool. He's like lukewarm. Nemesis, I think would probably, if they were gonna put a villain, would probably be the one they would pick. So he gets lukewarm plus. I think just more than like Mr. X, he has like kind of saying power. This is the Monster Hunter. That's all costume. The Monster Hunter is like, where is it? Not for me. And same thing with Palico. Palico, and then Rathalos. This is, I think, the one from the like the Monster Rancher game version, right? Um, I guess why? Why would you put Rathalos in over like any other character? And then we have Dante. This is a character I should probably know. People like Devil May Cry. I just don't know anything about them, but I do know Dante and Virgil. Dante would definitely be a good pick. I think Virgil would be a cool Echo Fighter. Morrigan, I actually do like Dark Stalkers. Where is she? She would be like at the top of my list. I'm realizing that it's all women. I just want more women in Smash Brothers. I think it just goes to show that there's not as many women in Smash Bros. As there should be. Same thing with her. She also was cool, but she's not as cool. She's like lukewarm plus. And then these are all like ain't nobody playing Darkstalkers in the year of our Lord 2026, you know? This character I think I know is also Darkstalkers, but she is also in not for me. Um, wait, is this Claire Redfield? I actually don't know. Phoenix Wright is. We all know where Phoenix Wright is going. Come on, send him to the top. And then these two are like kind of definitions. Beautiful Joe, people really want, but I don't care. Amaterasu. I started playing this game. I didn't finish it. I should go back to it. I would love Amaterasu. This is Dead Rising, I think, right? I have no opinion. I literally don't know who this is. This is Strider Hiryu. Ain't nobody want Strider Hiryu in their game. Same thing with Arthur. Uh, ain't nobody want Arthur. This is, I think the devil. Who? Who? More who? We're getting to, like Capcom. Like we're getting to my blind spots, which is like Capcom, Sega. That was the wrong tier. I'll fix it. I don't know who this is. I do know who that cactus guy is. He's from Marvel vs. Capcom 2? I think these are both original characters for Marvel vs. Capcom. But I remember him. And he's funny. I dropped him. There he is. He goes in funny tier. There's no universe they can license him. Maybe Capcom owns him, but they haven't done anything with him. He is already in the game. Is there anyone else here who's already in the game? Okay, they are. Sephiroth. Belmonts. So what I'll do is, I think that's everyone, right? Terry, Steve. Okay, we got a bunch more. Okay, Ms. Pac-Man is like a definition of a costume. Talkman also. The ghosts. I love Pac-Man and I love the ghosts. Uh, this is like the first entrant into the yucky tier in a while. That's the evil Pac-Man from that one secret level game that they made, where it's like evil Pac-Man. Um, nobody wants that character. This is we're getting Tekken. I don't know anything about Tekken costumes. Good thing we have a tier for this. Characters that are probably popular, but I don't really know anything about them. I do know these guys. Kuma would be very funny. Put Kuma in funny. Put Heihachi in lukewarm plus. And my personal preference, if they're going to do any more Tekken characters, would be King. I think King is so cool. Mamechi from Tamagotchi is uh funny, I guess. I guess Tamagotchis kind of count, but like, come on. Agumon, I think, is like kind of due any day now. I think he's a good pick. I don't. I have no opinion of this specific Digimon. It's not the one that turns hot. I know that much. The prince from Katamari is like you can see him. I'm scrolling up the ranks. He's a high pick for me. Klonoa also. I think I did. I beat the first one. I think I got like almost to the end. Maybe I got to like the last level. I can't remember. The last world. I would love Klonoa. This is the Taiko drums. He is funny, but like he's kind of here. I like this series. I think he's cute, but no one really wants a Taiko drum. No idea. Dig Dug. Uh, Lukewarm. He's funny tier. I would love Dig, and also no one wants the fucking what's his name like Paka. Um, he's Y tier. Or no, Puka. Puka is the red one with the goggles. I don't remember what those ones are called. This is Lloyd from the Tales of series. Um, not for me, but it. I think his name is Connor Doe Waffle. I remember his like when I was younger. I used to watch his videos, and he really wanted Lloyd. Black Mage is lukewarm. People like this character. This is the guy from Final Fantasy VII that's not Cloud. He's all costume. Tifa though. If they were gonna do more Final Fantasy VII, obviously they would do Tifa. Aerith is like, come on. Chocobo is like kind of who gaffed here about Chocobo. Hello, welcome in. We're doing a tier list of Smash newcomers that possibly could happen. This is a guy from Final Fantasy X. I played a little bit of that game, but I have no opinion of him. We're getting to these are the only two Dragon Quest characters are fucking Slime and Jade. I mean, Slime is an obvious. He obviously goes right at the top. And Jade, you know what? Jade is like cool. Um, Jade is like she's a good pick. I don't know anyone with Pokemon emotes. I know if you get Prime, you get a bunch of emotes for Tekken. Or not Tekken, for Pokken. I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. I'll be so for real. I know this is Roxas. And this is, what's his name? This is Aqua, I think. People like this character, but I have literally no opinion. This is Xehanort. Why do I know these characters' names? I've never played finished a Kingdom Hearts game. I'm putting on Hugaf to make people mad. Chrono. I have a controversial opinion. I think he goes there. I know a lot of people on Twitter who really want Chrono, but I've never met a single person in real life who's like, "Oh man, I love Chrono Trigger." Fucking hello. No one wants Bubble Bobble Guy or the Space Invader. Or maybe I'd rename this to like, you could want anyone for Smash and you chose this question mark. 2B is a cool character. I dropped her. Where did I drop her? There she is. Uh, she's a good pick. I think Square Enix needs to put more franchises in. Oh, this is gonna get complicated. Because I know there's like a million different snakes, and I don't know anything about them. This is Psycho Mantis, I think. Maybe. Um, I'm not like jumping for Psycho Mantis. Gray Fox, I think could be cool. I guess he goes lukewarm. And then this is Raiden, who's like the most deserving, I feel like. This is Richter, who's already in the damn game. Alucard. People like Alucard. I'm just lukewarm on him. I don't care much for Castlevania. This is guy from the GBA Castlevania, I think. I have no opinion on him. Bomberman, though, I have an opinion of. Bomberman should be in the game. The fact that he's not is crazy. I know it's like Hudson and stuff, but like fucking frog. Okay, hold on. We're getting ahead of ourselves. This is Silent Hill, I believe. I just, I just don't know anything about her. She has no opinion. I guess where is no opinion, and then Pyramid Head, which would be cool, I suppose. He is kind of the mascot of Silent Hill. Goemon, he goes in that tier. Same thing with fucking Frogger. I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for fucking Frogger fans. These guys, however, he would be unfortunately relegated to an Echo. But you, my friend, go all the way to the. You get a first class ticket all the way to the top. I love you, Rayman. Please be in the next one. These fucking guys. God, where the fuck do I put these? Because they are distinct, but it's like where am I supposed to put fucking the rabbits? Especially the Mario rabbits. Um, Scheisse. Also, we're getting to a section I'm very excited for. Um, I think Rabid is like funny tier, and the rest of them are like I guess they're all costume. They're obviously very different, but like end of the day, they're just rabbits and like costumes. So it's like they don't really do much of anything. I know this one is like distinct. It's from the sequel, but nobody liked that game. Ezio. This is one of these is Altair. I think this is Altair. This is Ezio. People like Ezio. I have zero opinion of Ezio or Altair. And then Shell. I like Shell actually. It's a good pick. And then GLaDOS is just like is more less of a why and more of a how. Um, I guess funny, but like, how would you even do that? Gordon Freeman, people really want this character. I have no opinion of Gordon Freeman. Same thing with all of the TF2 guys. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Soldier. I have just literally zero opinion. People like that game a lot. Team Fortress 2, I've just never played it, and I have really no interest to play it. I don't really care much for first person team shooters. This is fucking the guy from Sim City. He goes here. Pea shooter. These are all just kind of like Y tier for the Plants vs Zombies. Crazy Dave. He is like lower. I just I hate to say it, but like I love the Plants vs Zombies games. Don't get me wrong. I just can't imagine a universe where I'm like they should put one of those characters in the game. Is this Isaac Dead Space? Is that who this is? Is Isaac Dead Space in any of the other part of the list? That will inform if that's Isaac Dead Space. Um, that's not. I don't see Isaac Dead. I assume this is Isaac Dead Space, which means that he is in. I have no opinion. Also funny that we're listening to Fall Guys music and he's on screen. Okay. These are all variants. These are all costumes. Like I know technically like Bihan is different. Like distinct. I'm just going off of Johnny Cage. Hold on. Alt costume. It's weird that for the fighting games they're like, yeah, let's put two of each of them. They did it for Street Fighter too. Um, Obviously Scorpion is like this is gonna be really biased because we're gonna see Scorpion and Sub Zero in the top tier, and you might say, why aren't they Echo Fighters? They're extremely different. In the games, in the Mortal Kombat games, they are so unbelievably different, play style wise and moveset wise, that making them Echoes would not work for either of them. This is my dream character. Is Johnny Cage. I didn't even think of him when I made the top 10 earlier. Raiden, or Raiden, actually. Sure, Raiden. Liu Kang also can go in that tier. And then this is the guy from the $1, $2. Would you rather have $1 or $2? I just haven't played enough King of Fighters. I'm sorry. This is Terry, actually. He thought he could. Blood thought he was on the team. Oh, these are from that one game. I do know who those are, actually. Who the fuck? Terry is literally in the game. My Shiranui. Humana, humana. Am I right, fellas? Do 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 do. People wanted these characters, but I just have no opinion. These are Dark Souls. What are these like? We're at the point where it's like random characters until we get to the Microsoft characters, but it's like, what is my man Hi-Fi Rush doing here? People want Geralt. I don't care. Let's hold on. Let's speed run. No, it's not actually. I thought about it for more than 2 seconds. Like that's too much work to remember where all the tiers go. This is I think just literally like this is a guy from Bloodborne. This is a guy from um fucking. I assume this is Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Dark Souls. If I had to guess, and I have no opinion on any of them. They go here actually. Because they're not for me, but I know many people who are like, "Oh, I love those games," and to that I say, I could not care less. Danganronpa. Hold on. New tier. You know I hate to do it. Uh, go take a shower, and there we go. I understand it's kind of the hold on. I gotta stand up. I gotta stretch. Oof. Oof. Okay. Let's see here. So alt costume for Jabanyan, also probably an alt costume for Jabanyan. And Jabanyan goes all the way to the top. I think he would be a cool addition. Similar, I dropped him. Funnily enough, right next to which Pokemon. He's like here for me. I think Jabanyan would be really cool. Um, I just this is obviously a yokai, but like, why that one? Professor Layton. Okay, hold on. This guy goes in really. It's the guy from what is it, like my neighbors are zombies and they want to eat my brains or whatever it's called. My neighbors want to eat my brains. This is my also in my top 10. We'll just put him right there. And then Leighton, people really like Leighton. If Richard Tree was here, he would be like top tier, top tier. I think he's here. Cooking Mama also is in like my top tiers. I think she would be so funny. Lollipop Chainsaw Girl. Or in Lukewarm. I need to play that game. It's written by James Gunn, which means it probably is good. This is Fatal Frame. She goes in that tier. It's very niche. That's the niche tier. This is Guilty Gear. I should probably know who that is, but I don't. This is Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. Um, Not my preference. If I was gonna put a Guilty Gear character in, it would be Mrs. The Town Inside Me. And she would go here because people would be really mad. Ryu Hayabusa. Um, I just don't care, honestly. Travis Touchdown though, I have an opinion on. which is that I like him. Where did I put him? There he is. He is like good pick tier. Agent 47 is like, unironically, he's this tier, which I know is like mostly used for like niche retro picks that like who the fuck cares. But like I can't fathom a moveset for him that's not like he throws his briefcase, he shoots his gun, he puts on a clown costume. Like I don't. Earthworm Jim is kind of same boat. He's popular, but like who is that? The fucking Snow Bros? Ain't no way. Laura Croft. I'm gonna use the real Laura Croft. There we go. She goes right to the top, right there. And then Tetramino is like really funny, but like why? Oh wait, no, we have a tier for that. Hold on, funny tier. I think that's probably someone GTA. This is either John Marston or Arthur Morgan. I just I put him there. Uh, Jonesy though, he'd be so funny. That's also where I put. Also, are they? There he is. I was gonna say there's like three characters who are like the funny tier is designed for, and it's Jonesy, crewmate, and Fall Guy, or maybe I think they're just called Beans and Bean. Jinx Arcane goes and go take a shower. Bioshock is not my preference. Kratos though, hold on. Let's get old man Kratos, and then we'll take real Kratos and we'll put him all the way up at the top where he belongs, right here. There you go, champ. Sackboy, man, they need to. This is gonna hurt some people because there's a certain character who is like who has beef with Sackboy, and he's gonna go a lot higher than Sackboy is. Sackboy goes in Lukewarm Plus, and his biggest op, who people say killed Sackboy, is going right in the top tier. I want Astrobot in the game so bad. The game is so good. Give me Astrobot 2. Jack and Daxter. Well, these are hard to rank because, like, if you were to put them in the game, like, obviously that'd be cool. But like, these characters, some of these characters just haven't had a game in so long that it's like, how do you even imagine what they would be like in Smash? This guy, I have no opinion on Ghost of Tsushima, man. This is Aloy. Kind of want to put her and go take a shower, but Gaff is actually really funny for Aloy. I've played Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's a real Gaff game. Sly Cooper though, that's not a Gaff game. That's a real game. That's a good pick right there. And Sir Daniel Fortescue is like he's just so niche. It's like I guess I have more than zero opinion. I Ratchet and presumably Clank would be like top, almost top tier. They're just so important. Helldiver, I have zero opinion on. People really like this game, but I don't know what they would do besides what Snake already does. Master Chief, oh, we're seeing a lot of characters go all the way to the top, just because there's like so many companies that are like unrepresented, like fucking PlayStation, Xbox. Some of these are represented. Like obviously, some of these are Namco, Sega, Nintendo, but we're in the real weeds of it. This is uh I don't know who I'm looking at. This is Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. He's in Lukewarm. I don't care for Gears of War. This is Perfect Dark. This is Joanna Dark. Um, she was in she's in Lukewarm. This is all costume. Wow, we're gonna see another character go all the way to the top. Keep middle clicking. Like keeps dropping them. There we go. Vault Boy is an interesting one because I think if they're gonna put any Fallout character in, it's like why Vault Boy? But it's like who else would you put? Like the power armor. I have zero opinion on Vault Boy. That is the Dragonborn from Skyrim, I assume. Um, sure. I've never played Skyrim. Um, Banjo is already in the game. These are already in the game. You be skeleton, right? No, you can't be skeleton. He should be an alt costume. Same with all these. Make them alt costumes for Steve. I don't care. The warden is kind of different, but like, yeah, there we go. That's a good tier for him. This is Killer Instinct, I think. Unfortunately, if I was going to go with any Killer Instinct character, it would not be him. I would go for the ice guy. Is it Glacius? Is that his name? This is either Zitz or Pimple. Or Zit or Pimple or what's the other one? Um, he's cool, but like I don't care for the Battletoads. Conquer though, we can have a conversation about Conquer. I think Conquer's awesome. I need to play that. Maybe we'll play that game on stream if they ever add it to Switch online. No, he's up here. It's not on Switch online. I don't think they have Turok and James Bond. Okay, and then oh look, some royalty that goes all the way to the top, and his good buddy will also be coming up here. There you go. Spyro also deserves a spot. Also, I'm noticing that my dream character is not here. Let me fix that real quick. That's him right there. Just gotta go ahead and upload a file real quick. Ta-da! Okay, this is him. Spike from Ape Escape. It goes right to the top of the tier list. Coco Bandicoot would be a reskin of Crash. Neo Cortex, or this is also a costume. Skylanders, Spyro. Neo Cortex is a cool villain. Um, I assume if you add him, you have to have already have Crash, but it's like he's Lukewarm plus. Like it's like having Bowser, like Mario, but no Bowser kind of deal. Chaos is like I think Skylanders is really funny, like conceptually, but like who gaff about in this day and age about fucking about chaos from Skylanders. Tracer, go take a shower. Um, Cuphead. Hmm. I like Cuphead a lot. I think I'm lukewarm on his if he was added. I don't know. I don't have anything like I'm super in love with on him. Ori is like I just don't know enough about him to like give an opinion. I know his games are apparently really good, but I just have no opinion. Shovel Knight, I think, should have already been in the game. I need to play that game at some point, but he's like royalty at this point for indie games. He should be the first indie character. This would be like palette swap. I know technically like Knight is distinct, but speaking of characters who are like indie royalty and should already be in the game, Shantae. Um, and this is Risky Boots. Is that her name? It's just like kind of that tier. Frisk is like that's go take a shower tier. Uh, it's hold on. I gotta think about this. Okay, hold on, let me think. Now my conscience is clear. Um, Sans, I feel like is the like if you're gonna put. I was thinking about this earlier when I was making that list on Twitter of like if you put any character from Undertale in a game in the game, it's got to be Sans. But like Frisky is technically the main character. I think you put it in like it's like lukewarm plus, and then Papyrus is funny. I think honestly you put Chris above Frisk. Like Papyrus is funny, and then Chris is like same tier as Sans. The Knight, and um, what was her name? Mrs. Silksong, Hornet. Um, I was gonna be pissed if Isaac wasn't here, but he is. He's right here. I mean, he's not my preference for either of them. I'm not into their games, but I acknowledge that people like them, so I won't like shit on them. Meat Boy kind of falls into like this tier. Like you chose me, like of all like obviously if you're gonna go for Edmund McMillan character, you want to go with Isaac. Like Isaac is the one. Untitled Goose, unironically, was I looked up an old list of mine of top characters, and Untitled Goose was like one of the ones that I would really want, and I still think I do want him a lot. This is Cave Story. I know nothing about Cave Story. These both go in. I have zero opinion. Also, that fucking guacamole I mentioned. I know that's too. That's not the right tier. There it is. Um, yeah, that's that. And I kind of want to put him in go take a shower tier because every person I've ever seen that likes Henry Stickmin has been an annoying like 12-year-old, but I'm just gonna put him there. This is Cadence, I believe. I think is that her name? I don't know anything about this series. I've played a little bit of Crypt of the Necrodancer, but I never got into it. 45 Blair. Hold on. Let me just do something real quick. There we go. That's for you, Blaze. Freddy is funny. Freddy is like the definition of funny. I think also like Rockstar Freddy would be like alt costume. Monica, oh, dude, I love Monica. I just can't justify putting her like above funny. This is Toho, and this is I think is this Dead Cells? I don't. I have no opinion on Dead Cells. This is Toho. This is not my thing. Not my preference. And then this is Hades Zagreus. He's high. He's good pick, along with the Goose. And then she has a completely different move set, but I don't know anything about her, so I have no opinion of her as a character. I've not played Hades 2 yet. Celeste. So we're in the indie game hole of like, have I played these indie games? And it's like we have Celeste, Slime Rancher from Slime Rancher, Bendy Terraria guy, fucking what's his name, Raz, the Lamb, and then some Rivals of Aether characters, Hat Kid, P- Okay. We're discovering my biases in real time against certain franchises. I don't know who the fuck this is. He looks like a fucking GI Joe character. This is nothing but a funky beat man. I just I don't I don't I don't know anything about him. I just know he's on the cover of that really good song. Uh, this would be an echo of fucking Banjo. Raz is like not for me, but happy for you. Yeah, and then Celeste is like, I guess lukewarm. Like it's positive, but I'm not like jumping out of my seat. Slime Rancher, he's you could have anybody, but why? Yeah, why Slime? I like that game. It's a good game. Just why? Same thing with you three all belong. You four all belong together. I think. Lamb is cool. I like that game. Um, he goes kind of in the indie games that I'm not like in love with tier. Speaking of indie games, I'm in love with Rivals. I need to play Rivals too. I just haven't had a way to play it. I think Orcane is like unironically like here, and Zetterburn can go take a shower. I think Craig. Crag would be why. Why would you put Crag over anybody else? Hat Kid, unironic banger. I've played a little bit of this game. It's awesome. Uh, this is Skullgirls. There you go. I don't know who that is. And then this is Indie Girl that was in like a Sonic fan game that became a real game. And she goes here. Okay. We did it. I just took a second to stretch. We got every character ranked. Now let's get the tiers in order. So obviously this is the most wanted. Good pick. Lukewarm plus. We got to rank. I think we do this. I think we move them down. I think I have an opinion on the Pokemons. They go higher. Um, this is like negative, also negative. Hoogaff is lower than who. Um, this would be higher than Hoogaff. Yucky alt costume already in the game. Game doesn't exist. Go take a shower. Has to go above already in the game. And above alt costumes. And these are characters that kind of go in next to the Who tier. Uh, and then Hoogaff, go take a shower. Game doesn't exist. Okay, I think that's a good. This is a good ranking of the tiers. So let's color them. Okay. Wow. I was like, what did I do? Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Keep doing that. Oh. I'm fat fingering. Okay. I always go like if it's more than the rainbow, I should go in reverse order. That's my method to the madness. Did I do? I did. Okay. Making sure I didn't fuck up. Go take a shower. And these are gray and dark gray. No, not dark gray. This one. Wow. Waiting for the image to generate. What do you know? It only took us like 2.5 hours, counting the stream that crashed. Wow, tier list successfully downloaded. Does it have the big fuck ass watermark? Okay, it does, but they moved all the characters. Cool. Well, a fitting song. It's playing the end of the Yoshi's Island theme. Um, Thank you everyone who came out. I know I haven't streamed in a while. I've had a really messed up sleep schedule. Um, as of this moment, I've been awake for like 17 hours, and I'm trying to push to the end of the night so I can actually get like a decent